What's going on, everybody? Thank y'all so much for joining us here at Chad's Media for another episode of the Tyler Lennon Show. We have a very special guest with us, but first, we want to say a quick thank you to our supporting sponsors for making all this happen: Avco Roofing, The Beauty Parlor, and Realtor Lindsay Lee. Like I said, we have a very special guest with us today. It is Chad's Media's very own Mandi Mitchell. Mandi,
Hello.
What's going on?
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. It's awesome to have a coworker here with us. For anyone that doesn't know, can you introduce yourself for us?
Well, I'm Mandi Mitchell. I do sales and marketing for Chad's Media. So you've probably seen me out and about some. Going to be out and about a lot more coming up in the future.
Right.
So you will be seeing me if you haven't already. That's it, just working with my team.
So, you know, we've mentioned you work here at Chad's Media. I think some people see Chad's Media, and if they don't know, you maybe only see like the YouTube videos and stuff.
Right.
Can we talk a little bit about what Chad's Media actually is? Because it's more than just this, you know what I mean?
Right, well, you know, we consider Chad's Media a boutique marketing agency. Having said that, we really offer a lot. We have a in-house web designer, so we can do a website. We can do any type of commercials. We've got a full studio here, obviously, that we're in, which is really, really amazing.
To this day, I've been here for like 9 months, and every single time I'm in here, I'm like, this studio is
It's super
awesome.
cool.
And anyone that we bring in says the same thing.
Yes, I agree. Everybody I've told about the studio and showed, they're like, this is a really cool vibe in here. Anyways, we can help you with any type of advertising, local events, get your name out, guide you in the right direction of branding your company better. Numerous things.
With as many different things as we do, does that make your job easier or harder as like a salesperson? Like you go into someone's office and you're pitching all of that to them.
I personally think it makes it easier because, you know, our main goal is to help businesses, help you in any way really that you need. So since we offer, you know, a variety of things, I think it helps me with my job to be able to sit down with a customer and talk about their needs. That's basically how I go about it, is where are you struggling? What are your goals? What needs does your business have? And then we start brainstorming here with this very creative team that I love, and try to just see how we can help in whatever way.
Yes, ma'am. For someone that's wanting to get into sales or something like that, what would be your biggest advice or traits that they might need, something like that?
Well, since I am somewhat new to sales, you know, I've been a stay-at-home mom for years, and in August decided to come back to work. And so I've been learning all new stuff too.
Yes,
Logan's been amazing, teaching me all kinds of stuff on the marketing side and the sales side. I would say, you know, you just kind of have to have an outgoing personality. I've always been a people person, never been scared to talk to a stranger. There's something really nice about not being stuck in an office all day.
Right.
So I love being able to go talk to different people, hear about different businesses. I've learned so much about businesses here in Sulphur Springs that I never knew about.
Yes, ma'am.
Didn't know they existed and didn't know any details of their business, obviously. I've just learned so much about the community, talking to people.
I was about to say, that is like an awesome way to learn
cool.
about your community, because even
It is.
I'm not in sales as the way you are, but even just since I've been working here, I've learned about so many businesses and everything as well.
I love that part. It's really been neat. I've enjoyed greatly learning more about Sulphur Springs. I did move away for about 10 years, not far down the road, but I was kind of out of the loop. So I've really enjoyed being back, and I love and I'm proud of how Sulphur Springs has grown in those 10 years, and all the new businesses and all the new faces.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm always shocked at, you know, when I grew up here, you feel like you know everyone.
Right.
And when I came back, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many new people that have moved here, and I love it. I love what Sulphur Springs has done, and I love that so many people are wanting to move here.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Like you said, I mean, even like 10 years ago, though, just even the square and just it looks and feels completely different.
Definitely. It's great.
Yes, ma'am. I have a few more questions for you, but first we want to hear a quick word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back.
At Avco Roofing, we strive to fulfill our mission statement of protecting homes, strengthening families, and building community. It's more than a slogan. It's the heartbeat of who we are and how we serve our customers. Located in Sulphur Springs near I-30 and Broadway, there's no project we can't handle. Call Avco Roofing for all your home and commercial property needs.
Hi, I'm Audra Clark, owner and stylist of The Beauty Parlor. We are located at 206 West Shannon Road in Sulphur Springs, Texas. We are Tony and Guy trained, and we specialize in custom cut and color. You're already beautiful. Come let us highlight it.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Lee, realtor at Caldwell Banker Watson Company in Sulphur Springs. Born and raised in Hopkins County, I am the small town realtor you are looking for to help buy or sell your home. I specialize in farm and ranch, residential, and lake properties. Contact me today and let me do the work for you. Get your key with Lindsay Lee.
And we're back. Mandi, you mentioned, you're from here and, left, came back, but, in the community again. Can you tell us exactly your relationship with Sulphur Springs and coming back to it and seeing it grow and everything?
Well, born and raised here, always have loved Sulphur Springs, always have been very proud to say this is my hometown. Even when growing up, there was not a lot to do here. We made the best of it, obviously, a lot of fun parties. My high school years were great. I was a cheerleader, very active in everything. Thoroughly enjoyed my childhood here. Running the streets of Brashear with no shoes on, running Piggly Wiggly aisles every Friday with my grandparents. Had my grocery store feet, as everybody used to call it. But I've always loved Sulphur Springs. And so when I did move, I was still here a lot. I was very, very thrilled when the downtown started, the renovation started. I was very happy for everyone, all the businesses down here that were going to benefit greatly from it. Loved seeing it. I have two daughters. They have both gone to school here. Paris just graduated. She's headed to College Station in about a month and a half, which that's a whole nother thing. Yes, my little girl is going to fifth grade at SSES. Always been very happy with the schools. They're both really active, softball players, volleyball player. Paris was in the ag, showing goats. She's been showing goats in FFA, the ag program, for years, and that in itself is amazing for kids. She benefited greatly from all the ag programs in Sulphur Springs. Learned a ton of responsibility from it. Yes, the showing thing that's a whole thing.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a whole thing.
I mean, you're literally having to care for.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yes, it's a lot of work they put into it, but the outcome, when you sell your goat and you start stacking your money in a savings account, it's amazing.
Yes, ma'am.
Very, very good for kids. I think there's a lot of people in Sulphur Springs that are very proud of that program, and as they should be.
As they should be, yes, ma'am.
I have a stepson also. He's 22. He just got out of the fire academy, so he's currently looking for a fireman job. He went to school in Rockwall. Obviously, they have great schools as well, but I will say there are so many benefits to this small school.
Yes, ma'am. And it's kind of just the perfect in-between of being a small school.
It
is.
But,
up until just now, we were 5A.
Right.
So you kind of get the mix of being around a lot of students, meeting different people and everything, but still kind of like that small hometown feel.
Yes,
like.
absolutely. I totally agree with that. It's good.
Yes, ma'am. I want to talk to you about Paris. Obviously, as the sports editor here, that's someone that I've gotten to cover over the last few years. Not only did she have an awesome career, but the teams themselves were just so much fun to watch. How cool was that to be a part of from your end as a parent?
As a mom and a great athlete, well, it's funny because, like I said, I was a cheerleader my whole life. I would eat, sleep, and breathe it. So when I had two daughters, I was like, I just knew they were going to be just like me, and I couldn't wait. I started shoving pom-poms in her hands when she was a toddler. And very early on, she let me know this is
That's
not
not
this is not happening. I'm an athlete, and I'm not going to be a cheerleader. So after I pulled that knife out of my heart, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to be one of those moms that makes you do something just because I want you to. And
You weren't
what
gonna
I
be
saw,
like the dance moms or whatever?
yeah, the dance moms. I wasn't going to do
That
it,
would have
even
been fun to
though
watch. But
I kind of felt that pull.
we should get a Sulphur Springs dance moms going. Or something.
They should. I think they could actually.
We're looking for new shows here at Chad's Media for anyone.
If dance moms, definitely. But once Paris decided that she's an athlete and she's going for it, man, there was no stopping her from 5 years old with softball. She is a fantastic athlete. She puts the work in. She plays really, really, really hard. Tough as a boot. I never dreamed I'd have a little girl that truly is one of the toughest people I know.
And she's one of those players that I've mentioned to Corey a bunch of times. I've mentioned it felt like anytime she was just very clutch. I remember a game, it was a day game, but she came up bottom of the seventh, they're losing. She hits a double to tie it, and then Ken's right behind her, walks it off. It just felt like anytime she came up in those moments, like just always came in the clutch.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, I guess Paris probably freshman, sophomore year, she was in a hitting slump. And it was really painful to watch because she was beating herself up, and you know, she kept trying so hard to pull out of it. And finally, her junior year, I guess, she started working with a different hitting coach, and I mean, it just flipped the switch.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
she started working and working and working in a different way. And I mean, by senior year, she was, I mean, obviously I'm biased, but she was that player that she was going to make something happen for her team.
And even this season, it wasn't more than like a week or two, but there was a week or two where she just wasn't hitting the way she was, but she was making awesome plays on defense.
Right.
And then right before the playoffs started, she gets going, she hits the home run that final game before the playoffs, and then just like she found a way to like, no, I'm getting out of this, and while I'm in it, I'm going to do stuff on defense, I'm going to find other ways.
Yes, she has always been a very great defensive player. I mean, even as a little girl, she was the kid that was laying flat out for balls and just would come out the field just completely head to toe brown. I mean, she loved it. She'll sacrifice for her team for sure.
Yes, ma'am. Mandy, I don't want to take up all your time today. Thank you for joining us here today. Is there any last few things we need to get to? I feel like we've touched on pretty much everything.
Yeah, I've enjoyed being here as well. Just, I guess what I would throw out there, if your business needs any type of help, any type of strategic planning, give us a call. I'll come give you a visit. And also with Front Porch News, for people that might not be familiar, I think most people in Hopkins County are, but you know, it's the largest online news source. We've got ad space for sale, and that platform is a really positive place. It's a great way to get your business out. And also, we love to promote companies that love our community.
Yes.
So if you're one of those people that loves giving back to Sulphur Springs and loves being a part of things, definitely give us a call because we want to help boost your business as well.
Yes, ma'am. And like you mentioned with the positivity, yes, we are news, we report the news, but we try our best to do so in a positive way, highlighting things in the community. So that's, you know, if you're buying ad space, that's the kind of things it would be for. It would be for, you know, I'm just a sports writer, but the local teams are like the local basketball camp we just had, or things of that nature.
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome. Mandy, again, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you.
And thank y'all for watching. We have tons of great stuff coming up here on Chad's Media that I know you won't want to miss out on. So y'all stay tuned. We'll see y'all then.